Welcome to the Russia-Ukraine War Briefing, your guide to the latest news and analysis about the conflict. A Russian missile strike on an apartment building in Mykolaiv killed 7 people. General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said that more than 100 Russian troops had been killed or wounded and that Ukraine had probably suffered a similar number of casualties. President Vladimir Putin will skip next week's summit of leaders of the Group of 20 in Indonesia. U.S. officials say President Biden will be unapologetic about the U.S. defense of Ukraine at the meeting. Get the latest updates here. Track the invasion with our maps. Ukrainian forces were greeted by cheering crowds as they entered Kherson today after Russia withdrew its forces from the southern city. Residents raised the Ukrainian flag in the main square in celebration. The loss of Kherson, the only regional capital to be captured by Russia in nearly 9 months of war, is a humiliation for Putin. 6 weeks ago, he announced that Russia was annexing Kherson and 3 other regions of Ukraine and vowed that they would forever belong to Russia. For Ukraine, the return of Kherson is one of its most significant victories of the war. President Volodymyr Zelensky said it was a historic day. So what happens now? Despite this blow to Russia, analysts agree that the war is far from over. Here's a look at what might lie ahead. A flare-up in fighting. General Sergei Surovikin, the commander of Russia's forces in Ukraine, said the withdrawal would free up troops, thought to be among his army's best trained and battle-hardened, to fight elsewhere on the front line. Andriy Zagorodnyuk, Ukraine's former defense minister, expects an escalation in fighting in eastern Ukraine. The only way Surovikin could realistically sell the idea of the Kherson retreat to Putin was by offering the promise of assured success in the east, wrote Zagorodnyuk, now a fellow at the Atlantic Council, a research organization based in Washington.